Pa najjednostavnije u stvari objasniti rod jeste u stvari sve one karakteristike koje nama društvo dodjeljuje, ne ono što mi dobijamo rođenjem, nego što nam dodjeljuje kao zato što smo muškarci ili što smo žene. Rodna jednakost je u stvari da želja, odnosno cilj, da se stvore jednake mogućnosti i jednake prilike za sve osobe bez obzira na njihov spol, rodni identitet, jer rodni identitet uključuje u stvari i ono naš osjećaj, kako se mi osjećamo kao osoba, da li smo mi žena ili muškarac.
A set of rights described by the societal notion of having equal choice. For me, gender equality primarily refers to members of all genders having equal choice and equal participation in society.
To je u stvari prepoznavanje u javnim politikama, prepoznavanje diskriminacije i stavljanje određenih zakonskih okvira, zakona, preporuka, konvencija, rezolucija, deklaracija koje bi u stvari omogućile da mi svi imamo ravnopravan život, odnosno život jednakih mogućnosti.
Is a purposeful way of making sure that considerations relevant to all genders are taken into account, and particularly relevant in development assistance, because we want to make sure that what we're doing in terms of development reaches everybody in the most positive way.
Postoji spolna i rodna neravnopravnost u Bosni i Hercegovini u svim, apsolutno svim mogućim segmentima društva.
For me, probably two most relevant areas of gender inequality in Bosnia and Herzegovina is with regards to involvement of women, particularly women, but it can also, gender inequality can refer to definitely to underrepresentation of men as well. But in this case, unfortunately, it refers to underrepresentation of women in two areas. One is political decision making, and another one is economic participation. I could give you a lot of statistics. I think compared to some other countries, the average of 15 to 20% of participation of women in the legislative, not executive, but in legislative bodies can seem quite okay. Very stark underrepresentation of women in the executive decision making, so in governments at all levels, where we have some cantonal governments that don't even have a single woman represented, is something to be definitely worried about. It influences both the quality and the balance of decision making. In the economy, we have around 30% of women in the active population, which is among the lowest numbers in Southeast Europe. And of course, Southeast Europe is the lowest in the European terms.
Ako pogledate višestruko marginalizovane osobe, onda se diskriminacija produbljuje, nejednakost se produbljuje. Naprimjer, ako ste osoba sa invaliditetom, muškarac, osoba sa invaliditetom, imate više privilegija, diskriminisani ste u društvu, ali imate više privilegija nego žena, osoba sa invaliditetom. Jer se očekuje od nje da ima neke određene rodne uloge, između ostalog, odnosno ne ispunjava te rodne uloge, s druge strane je diskriminisana kao osoba sa invaliditetom. Znači, čitav naš društveni sistem je toliko kompleksan i u stvari odgaja da mi prihvatimo nejednak tretman, da ga uopće ne primijetimo. Od momenta kad izađemo u vrtić, mi smo već pripremljeni da prihvatamo različit tretman, odnosno diskriminaciju. I zato je jako teško odgovoriti zašto postoji, gdje postoji diskriminacija, ali je diskriminacija, odnosno nejednak tretman, zašao apsolutno u sve javne sfere. Žene su manje plaćene za isti posao koji obavljaju, žene su diskriminisane kad traže posao, žene su uglavnom zaposlene na pozicijama gdje nema novca i moći, žene uglavnom ne posjeduju ili u punom manjem procentu posjeduju nekretnine, vlasnice su nekretnina i tako dalje i tako dalje.
Svak će vam reći, nemoj mi molim, to ne feministkinje, to su ti lezbejke, Ti kažeš, o čem govoriš? O čemu? Muškarac će. Oprosti. Ko pere, ko sprema, ko brine, imaju li djeca jest, nemaju li. I taj je to tvoj muškarac koji treba s tobom da podijeli to. Ko kopa zemlju, ko vadi krompir, ko ide na pijacu, prodaje sir. Kaže ona, ja. Pa reko, pa to ti je bona feminizam. Feminizam je za sve. Ona kaže, to! O, kaže, danas sam ti feminist.
Jako, jako bitno. Znači, to je, ako vi pogledate sreću, mi imamo mogućnost sada da uporedimo, ne znam, zapadne zemlje, odnosno zemlje koje su stvari bogatije zemlje, naprednije društvo. Vi ćete vidjeti da puno veći procenat je žena uključeno u donošenje odluka. Znači, vi tamo gdje dajete jednake mogućnosti i jednake prilike, tamo gdje ne osuđujete žene koje žele da se bave različitim zanimanjima i koji imaju kapaciteta, znanja i ekspertizu na tom bilo kojem polju, nauke, politike, umjetnosti, znači bilo čega, ukoliko vi omogućite to, vi u stvari izgrađujete kapacitete i jačate društvenu zajednicu. Jer samim učešćem drugih ljudi, što više ljudi radi na izgradnji boljeg društva, vi imate bolje društvo. Vi ukoliko u samom startu ignorišete, izbjegavate da se uključe žene u procese donošenja odluka i sve ovo što sam nabrajala, to znači u stvari da vi ignorišete 50%, uključenost 50% stanovništva da doprinese ovoj zemlji.
I think we have both, I would say, advantage or disadvantage of having the past that we had. I think the socialist tradition was very much tradition of inclusion of everybody, especially because that tradition was shaped in a post-war time where everybody's two hands were required to rebuild the country. So I think we do have a perception, especially in the urban areas, that there's equal representation. Everybody goes to school, that inequality is women's choice, that women choose not to be represented, not to go into politics. So therefore, that's why there are no women in politics or something. You oftentimes hear characterizations. Well, women should get involved a little bit more. They choose to stay at home, or they choose to prioritize private life or family over career life. I think those are very dangerous presumptions, because what we see in societies, in Bosnian society of today, although we have almost equal participation of women in education, we have seemingly quite good opportunities, but when you unpack that, you see that women are filling the gaps in the care industry, both for elderly and for children, that society has left open. You see that regulation of maternity benefits is completely not harmonized, even not existing in some areas of our country, which also precludes women from making certain choices. So I think it would benefit all of us to move away from blanket statements of gender equality or women's rights, or I think over vocal representation of certain part of the population, which I think everybody has become a little bit unnerved about, because we have the segmentation of society is quite high. And to think about, is everybody given chance to live to their fullest potential and to participate in society to their fullest potential? And I think if you ask yourself that question, then you see that unfortunately women are denied many rights. I really believe in the younger generation. I think this new second wave of feminism is much more inclusive, perhaps, than the first wave, and there are good reasons for that. I think finally in the discourse on gender equality, the sort of generation XY, has really realized that they need to be XY. They need both men and women to participate in a discourse. Some international scholars say that financial crisis has done more for gender equality than many other interventions, because guess what happened? Whoever had job and whoever could earn more is working. And I think we very much see that emerging. More positive family relations are being promoted, more inclusion of fathers in the child rearing. Those are all positive phenomena that I think we need to nurture. I do think that we need to liberate young people growing up in all of the region of Western Balkans from the ethnic and sort of historical dogmas that have captured this region for already several decades. Unfortunately, we see also the other side, and that is partner violence, that is peer violence that is on the rise. So there is some kind of discrepancy, I think, where younger generation is feeling under pressure from, kind of in between the traditional and modern values. There are a number of interventions that are trying to nurture these positive, both family and societal relations, and I think they need to be encouraged. But I think there's a lot of potential to reshape the gender norms also through working with young people and promoting positive values. It's important not only in Western Balkans but internationally, because we are recognizing that development is no longer north-south or east-west dialogue. That if development is to be sustainable, then it has to be participatory as well. It has to involve everybody and benefit everybody. And women and girls are certainly a part of that discourse. In Western Balkans in particular, I think we've seen women during the war and in a post-war reconstruction and reconciliation. We've seen that women's initiatives have oftentimes been those bringing people together, rebuilding to communities. So I think oftentimes we have in women a much more positive space for discourse about building of the future, rather than returning to the past and deepening divides of the past. And I really feel that needs to be nurtured. Women are a majority of the university graduates as well, not to be only backward looking. Women have a right and have the potential to participate more meaningfully in rural development if given means, if given land rights, collateral for that land. We've seen them nurture the family farms in a much more sustainable way sometimes than men. So there's a lot of space where, if brought to the fore, women can make a positive difference in this region as well.
Zahvaljujući internacionalnim organizacijama, međunarodnim organizacijama, u stvari nevladne ženske organizacije, odnosno organizacije koje se bave ženskim ljudskim pravima, uspijevaju i opstaju, zahvaljujući njima. Tako da je to jako, jako važno. Danas kad bi se desilo da se prekine, odnosno da odu međunarodne organizacije koje podržavaju nevladne organizacije koje se bave ženskim ljudskim pravima, teško koja bi organizacija opstala. Apsolutno kontekst države u kojem, ili mjesta, lokalne zajednice u kojima djeluje određena grupa ljudi. Različit je kontekst Sarajeva od, recimo, Rogatice, koja je, ne znam, par kilometara, odnosno 10 kilometara udaljena od Sarajeva. A kamoli Bosne i Hercegovine i države odakle ta organizacija dolazi. Jer potrebe znaju organizacije iz lokalnih zajednica za tu lokalnu zajednicu. Donatori ili generalno internacionalne organizacije imaju jako puno znanja, iskustva i napredovali su mnogim stvarima, ali prate svoje trendove. Međunarodne organizacije imaju uticaja na vladine institucije. Nevladine organizacije nemaju uticaja na vladine institucije. Poveznica između vladnih organizacija i nevladnih organizacija mogu biti i trebale bi biti međunarodne organizacije. Jedan od načina jeste spajanje, razmjena iskustva, ohrabrivanje da nevladne organizacije, odnosno da vladne organizacije rade sa nevladnim organizacijama, da vladne organizacije mogu pomoći nevladnim i nevladne vladnim, s jedne strane, s druge strane mogu i da izvrše određeni pritisak kroz preporuke, kroz rad sa međunarodnim institucijama gdje u stvari da implementiraju zakone, odredbe koji su stvari, na primjer Bosna i Hercegovina koja je donijela, a koje ne implementira. Znači to su te neke stvari gdje može poboljšati se suradnja, odnosno poboljšati se odnos između vladnih i nevladnih organizacija.
I am a little bit hesitant to say when you say implementing the topic of gender equality. I think we have to be careful not to make it like a piece of steel that you have to put somewhere. It should be very flexible and it should be very fluid and it should be very self-evident. I think what we need to do in development initiatives much more is to not go with our own preconception about what is needed and what is good, but to listen to the needs of those that we're trying to work for. And I think if we are to listen more to a balanced view of both men and women and cross age categories as well, we would be able to inform our initiatives much better. Now that's a perfect world. Where we are right now and where I would suggest for you and your colleagues to go in which direction is to make sure that you consider impact on men and on women wherever you're trying to do something. That you are trying to take in perspectives of both public authorities and civil society, as different and as difficult as they might be, because they form an equal part of society. I will give you a very specific example. So you're supporting building of the road somewhere in a local community. Women will probably be more interested that road leads safely to school for their children, whereas men might be more interested that road leads to market for agricultural goods that they're producing. Women might be using different means of transportation than men. Men might be owning cars, women might be needing public transport. So those are all considerations, anything that you unpack, and you could probably test me with different kind of questions. I would be able to, because we have invested a lot of time in trying to make sense of gender equality for all of our interlocutors in different sectors that we're trying to mobilize, because it's not just a case for UN Women or Gender Equality Agency or your gender advisors to make. We all need to consider what is the final perspective that we're trying to service. And that is different. So I think if we consider different perspectives, that's going to make our intervention that much richer and that much more effective in the end.